Wiki 1, Wiki 2, Wiki 1, 2, 3, 4.
From the E to the M, the best show around. You know who it is, we're the talk of the town. Coming to you with the sickest news. You better not snooze, cause you might just lose. We could be a rap group together. What's up, guys? Welcome to the E&M Show. I'm your host, Micah Walsman, joined by your co-host, Ethan.J.Norton.
What's up, my dudes?
Today we're going to be talking about ourselves, homeschool life, what's it like at school. We're going to talk about how I am single, apparently. That's just what Ethan wrote down. So it's going to be a fun episode. You're going to enjoy it. Please stay. Don't leave us. All right, Ethan, take it away.
All right, first of all, I want to thank you guys for your bravery and courage to take a chance on us listening to our podcast. Shout out to Mr. David for telling us to do this. Actually, he didn't tell us. He actually...
Shout out J-Dog.
Yeah, shout out to J-Dog. He encouraged us to do it. We had the idea, we presented it to him, and he was a supportive father figure to our podcast, and we appreciate it. We might even have him on once or twice. We'll see about that, depending on how many millions of viewers we have. So, Micah, how about you introduce yourself first?
All right. Again, my name is Micah Walsman. I'm 17. I was born March the 3rd of 2003 at 0300 hours, apparently. So that's an interesting little thing. I kind of grew up in a small family, but quickly we increased in size to a lot of people. So it was interesting. I kind of bounced between schools. I was homeschooled at home, then I went to private school, now I'm in Veritas. I'm mostly enjoying it. How about you, Ethan?
My name is Ethan.J.Norton the first. And I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, 9:50 p.m., I believe. And legend has it that when I was born, they said, this kid is hot. And I popped out, and they were like, this kid has some potential to change this world. That's what my mom tells me sometimes. Anyways, I have been homeschooled since halfway through second grade. Well, I was homeschooled as a baby. I don't think any babies go to public school. That would be a pretty bad learning environment for them.
Legend has it that Ethan's ego is bigger than his mom's belly when she was trying to push him out.
Yeah, her belly was pretty big. All my muscles were like...
You're not helping yourself here, Ethan.
Anyways, I was homeschooled as a baby. Watched a lot of Little Einsteins and Baby Einsteins and Curious George and Wild Kratts to educate myself as a youngling. And then halfway through second grade, I became actually homeschooled and went to Veritas Classical Schools with all the other goons around the greater Atlanta area in Georgia. Veritas is a very interesting place to learn and half socialize because nobody really knows how to socialize. So, yeah, I have played baseball my entire life, and I recently have done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for 2 years. And I currently work at Chick-fil-A. So those are some fun facts about me.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the most interesting thing about me is that I have opened up like 5 or 6 business ventures and I've been making no money. So that's fun and depressing because I'm going to lose my ability to drive. Oh, this is real bad.
Well,
all right, Ethan, how long have you been going to Veritas for?
I already said halfway through second grade.
Why don't you tally that up for us so we don't have to make listeners do the math?
8.5 years. Wait, 9 years. Right now, about 9 years homeschool. How about you?
Well, I came beginning of freshman year, so almost 3 years now, and needless to say, I made a bit of an impact when I first came.
Impact. That's the correct word. I mean, you were throwing shoes in the classroom.
No, that was Asa. Excuse me. Dude.
No, it was you.
No, Asa, dude. I mean, yeah, I was saying that Apple was better than Samsung, but Asa was like, no, bro, I'm going to throw a shoe at you. I'm a senior. I'm mature. I throw shoes in the classroom. And then Mrs. One was like, what? And I said, what? And then, yeah, he didn't get in trouble, though. Although, it was a really ugly, dirty shoe, so I'm surprised I didn't get sick.
This is our podcast where we talk about dirty shoes might get us sick. Can I get a rip in the chat for all the headphone users during Micah's screams of terror?
I say what?
Just a minute ago? Yeah, that rip in the chat. So, Micah, you married yet?
No.
You're not married?
No.
Are you divorced?
2 times.
Oh, how was your last wife?
Fat. No, she was just, we didn't really have good chemistry, you know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Your chi wasn't in the right chi place.
Dude, I told her to clean the dishes after dinner, and she just wouldn't listen to me, so I told her to get out.
That's wonderful. To all of our younger viewers, that is not a mature marriage, and you should have more maturity than that before you go into marriage. Are you dating anybody right now, Micah?
I can't say that I am.
Oh, man. Well, I hope you find somebody before the coronavirus kills us all. So,
how long have you been dating for, Ethan?
I have been dating for 14 months with some chick named Joy Chanel Bozeman, and she is awesome.
Is her middle name actually Chanel?
It's actually Chanel. She probably wouldn't want that.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, her mom's maiden name is Chanel.
Bruh.
They're from like France. Yeah.
Who names their kid Chanel?
Chanel.
Joy Chanel Bozeman. I mean, it rolls off the JCB. It rolls off the tongue.
JCB. But
yeah, Joy and I actually have a history together. When I was like a second grader, we went to the same church, and we knew each other for a while, but
things never escalated.
No. Yeah.
I mean, they once went to a movie at the mall together, and they had to go up the escalator. But other than that, nothing escalated.
That's a really great pun you got there, Ethan.
Oh, yes, my puns. The one thing that this podcast will be full of.
Yeah.
I'll just be casting out all my puns on this podcast.
So, my guy, what do you think of Bernie Sanders?
Oh, no. We're getting political already.
Dude, I love Bernie Sanders. Are you kidding me?
Oh, really? Why do you love him so much?
Because he's old.
He's old? What
Yeah,
does that have
bro.
to do with you loving him?
I don't know, bro. I just like that he's old.
I am very fascinated right now with the green bars going up and down as I speak. It's very satisfying.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. And then you can see the compressor take action.
Compressor take action.
So, I know you come to this podcast for laughs, for joy. Not for this, but I'm going to explain to you what a compressor does. So, essentially, when compressing audio... Wait, actually, should I explain this?
Sure.
Essentially, your voice has frequency, right? And
Right.
so the computer has a built-in thing that assesses the frequency.
Right.
And so you can set it to kill frequency if it gets too high. So let's say
That's violent. Kill?
it's set at 10 decibels and your voice reaches a frequency of 15. It's automatically programmed to limit that frequency. It's very useful in sound, like with instruments or something. If someone makes a mistake or hits a string too hard, the sound coming through the speakers is automatically limited, and it's pretty interesting.
Well, actually, that is not what a compressor does.
Yes, it is.
No, that's what a limiter does.
No, compressor does.
No.
Compressor is the one that does the actual action.
No,
dude.
limiter is when you put usually when you go to score like a composition for a movie score, you put a limiter at negative 0.1 decibels, where the negative 0.1, it's not decibels, it's the range of volume. I don't know why they did it like that. It was some drunk person. But that means that nothing can go above in the positive plane of audio. And so you put a limiter on, and when you look at the audio track with a limiter, it looks like a brick because it has a flat top and a flat bottom because you limit the lows and the highs. A compressor you can tailor make to whatever instrument or audio you want it to sound like. So it's not going to look like a brick, it might look like a wave because you're compressing the sound in different patterns. And there are different patterns to compression. You have the X field of audio, the Y, and the Z, I believe, if I'm not correct. One of those has to deal with how close you are to it, how loud it is, what the frequencies are. I'm not like a genius at this. I just know the basic ins and outs so that I can compose music. But I think that is how a compressor works. So
No.
No.
So the limiter, you're right. The limiter does set it, but the compressor actually does the action of limiting it. That's why it's called compress. And the compressor looks like this. It looks like a weird line going up, almost like a graph, and then a straight top. Because you set how hard you want it to kill it with the equalizer and affecting the gain, and you can change how fast it takes effect.
Okay, well, I don't think the listeners came here to hear us debate about compressors and limiters. So I'm going to put a limiter on this conversation, on this topic, and we're going to move on. So Bernie Sanders, I think that he is not a very wise choice for president. In very basic terms, he is old, like you said, and if he got into office, he would probably die before his term ended, which might be a pro to some, might be a con to others, but that is a con to any of his followers, so they have to rethink whether or not they really want him to gain office. About AOC, though, I know she's not running for president, but what do you think of AOC? In very kind terms, how would you like to put the way you feel to AOC?
I think she is misled, ununderstanding.
That was very kind.
Quite naive.
Oh.
Uneducated.
Oh.
Unintelligent.
Oh gosh, we're getting more.
Bug-eyed.
Oh my.
Unstylish, despicable, and cannot differentiate between anything smart and stupid. That's what I think about AOC. But
there is no limiter or compressor on her stupidity, you're saying.
That's a nice way to sum it up.
There we go. Well, that can be the same for all of us. I have my stupid moments. You have your stupid moments.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit of them.
So, Ethan, I heard you had a thing for Mrs. Wyman in the 7th grade.
Oh my gosh! Okay, first of all, just to prove that was false.
Ethan, please explain this.
He said, just to prove this is false, he just said in the 7th grade. I did not attend the Veritas Sugarloaf campus in 7th grade.
Yeah, nor did I.
I started doing it in the 9th grade. So how would I have known her in 7th grade? That just proves that you are just trying to get views and start gossip about me, Micah Whaleman. Got him. That's logic. I learned logic at Veritas too. If you'd like to sign up to go to Veritas, go to veritasclassicalschools.org and enroll in one of the classes at the many locations around the greater Atlanta area. Thank you very much.
Veritas, please sponsor us.
Yes, please. We need money.
We're poor. I need a car.
We need money now.
Yeah, but Ethan, didn't you bring that up originally? Wasn't that your thing?
What?
Something about someone having a thing for Mrs. Wyman in the 7th grade?
Well, yeah, I was going to try to pin that on you in this conversation, but that would be kind of funny. I heard somebody say that you had something for Mrs. Wyman. I think his name was Jackson Boyd.
Yeah, we might have Jackson Boyd on the podcast, but...
Yeah, he likes to spread rumors as well. You know who we should have on the podcast is Zoe Campbell. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, shout out Zoe.
Shout out to Zoe.
Shout out. Turn up for Zoe, y'all.
Turn up. What? I
Whoop,
think that would be pretty fun to have Zoe on the podcast. She
Yeah.
would. I think we would call it like the mind of Zoe, just to explore the deep depths of what goes on in her brain. Which probably she would talk about squirrels a lot because she has that squirrel veterinarian practice that she hosts out of her home to take in injured and hurt squirrels and rehabilitate them to full health and send them off into the wilderness.
Ethan, are you cheating?
Cheating.
Are you cheating?
At what?
Cheating on Joy.
I am cheating on Joy. But before you make that a clickbait, I am cheating on Joy with sadness. Because a lot of times I get sad and I cheat on Joy. And joy just goes away in my heart and I get sad. So I don't have happiness or contentment or joy. I just have sadness. But it's in those moments that I have to pray and ask God to fill me with His Holy Spirit so that I may go on my day. Because it says that His mercies are new each and every morning. And that gives me true joy.
Who are you cheating on her with?
Sadness.
How the heck do you cheat on her with sadness, bro?
Not literally joy, like the person joy. Like joy, the emotion.
Ethan, what's wrong with you? I asked you who you were cheating on.
I am not cheating on Joy. Maybe my mama. I'm cheating on Joy with my mama. Not
That
like
just
not
some real bad images.
not like some Oedipus complex things, but as in I love my mom and I'm cheating on Joy with my mom because my mom is my first lady love.
She know a summer.
What?
Be president like Obama with your mama.
I don't like your song. All right, so after this podcast episode, you guys have to tell us because we literally have no idea what to talk about in this podcast. So you guys have to like submit ideas to us. I know most of our audience right now is going to be at Veritas, so just come up to us like Tuesday and tell us what we should talk about because that would be kind of lit, and we want to talk about what you want us to talk about in the context of being appropriate and kind. Well, half kind. We'll talk about some political stuff. Micah, what do you think we should talk about today?
Dude, I have no idea. Honestly, you'd think this would be easier.
You would think this would be easier.
But all of our topics are too mature for our audience.
Yes, we contemplate the deep mysteries of the universe and the known realities, and our simplistic audience cannot just understand those. They really can't. They can't comprehend our awesomeness. They really can't. I feel bad for them. Dude, some guy yesterday in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Oh, wait, that was not yesterday. That was yesterday. Today's Sunday. Yesterday I worked. So, you know how we deliver food around the corners at Chick-fil-A?
Mm-hmm.
So we took the guy's food to him, and he was still in line. There was cars in front of him, and so we gave him all of his food. And then this dude in his truck literally hops the entire curb, the flower beds, and the bushes, and just yeets out of the parking lot. Like, probably threw off the alignment on his truck so much so that he didn't have to wait an extra 20 seconds to wait to get through the drive-thru.
Did y'all, like, call the police or anything?
No. But it was interesting. I got yelled at so many times yesterday. So many times.
That's why I'll never work at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that's why I'm quitting. Well, that's not why I'm quitting. They just pay me nothing. But, you know, it's taught me good intrapersonal communication skills.
Yeah, that is a plus side. So, Ethan, tell us, what do you plan to do your senior year?
My senior year of high school, I plan to... I'm going to ace all my classes. I'm going to take AP Literature and Composition with Mrs. Weinman, who I did not know in 7th grade. Going to take History, Bible, and Speech, I believe, maybe next year, or Logic, with Mr. Jason David, J-Dog. And I'm going to dual enroll at University of North Georgia. Get those classes out of the way. I got 2 science, 1 math, and I'm going to take some Spanish. Got to apply to all the colleges, apply for the ROTC scholarships, and do all that fun stuff and all that jazz. And somewhere in the midst of that, try to enjoy the last year with my family here at home. What about you, Micah? Michaela, what are you planning to do?
Yeah, just planning to do well. Looking at colleges, maybe UNG, Kennesaw State, stuff like that. Looking to dual enroll, computer
Dual enroll.
Dual enroll, like computer programming.
I'm going to rule, but I'm going to dual enroll.
Computer science. Ethan, you're so rude, dude. Oh my gosh, Ethan, just no respect for your co-host here.
No respect?
No respect.
No respect.
Absolutely none.
No respect.
No respect.
No respect.
None.
No respect. Okay.
Alright, as I was saying...
So you're going to dual enroll in what subjects?
Computer science. Computer programming. Stuff like that.
What computer coding language do you want to learn?
Well, at the moment I'm working on C++ off and on.
Why'd they name it C++? It's like the creator of C was like, you know what? There's already a letter of the alphabet named C. We should make it C+. And then he got really egotistical and was like, this deserves 2 pluses.
Yeah, dog.
I'm going to name it C++.
Well, the C++ is a good language.
It is a good language. It sounds like...
No, it's just like a bunch of int mains and C outs and C ins and arrows and crap like that.
Is that with the for loops and while loops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that.
I did coding. I did a little bit of coding, like Java, JavaScript.
Yeah, I learned some
Python. What do you want to study in college, Micah?
Political science and computer engineering.
So what do you want to do with that?
Well, I plan to start working as a computer engineer, sort of in that kind of general field, and then I'm gonna hopefully run for public office.
Office?
Yeah, bro.
Like what?
Mayor. Or senator or something like that once I'm old enough.
Dude, that'd be cool. I'd vote for you. Dude, this compressor, are we like talking quieter? I can't even see. Oh, green bars, there we go. Okay. Computer engineer, is that just like fixing computers and stuff?
No, like software engineering.
Oh, okay. Because I might do cybersecurity, so that's like very closely.
Yeah, cybersecurity pays a lot.
$115,000 a year out of college. That's insane.
Yeah, dog.
That's big.
That's the other thing I was thinking about doing. But at the end of the day, I don't want to work a desk job. That's all I want to go into public office. You know, make a difference for the world, help people, help increase people's chances. You know.
All right, respect. But you'll be at a desk for some of that. Just disclaimer.
Yeah, I know that, but still, I'm making a real difference. I have a voice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'll have a voice in the National Guard and Field Artillery, and I'll go fire, and I'll go boom boom, and bad guys will go ah.
Yeah, hopefully you won't get killed.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't think anybody would be sad.
Dude, if you die, will you invite me to your funeral?
Yes, if I die, after I die, I will personally send an invitation.
No, I'm saying like beforehand.
Sure, you can. I give you permission right now to go to my funeral.
Right.
And all the listeners, all the millions of listeners. It's gonna be a massive funeral for Ethan.Norton. Bro, the tree pollen is killing me.
Got allergies, dog?
Allergies.
Alright, yeah. The only way we're going to make this podcast float is if we have a butt ton of guests.
Guests or just like talking points? Because we literally have 3 talking points. It says talk about selves, explain homeschool thingy, and talk about how Micah is single for life. No, life is not on there. But
that's the
single.
thing. I listen to so many podcasts. I don't know how they do it.
They just keep talking and talking and talking and talking.
But they make it interesting. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna pull up the recent news on my computer and see if I can do stuff. Mike can just talk to them while I'm doing this.
So apparently, Selena Gomez said kissing Dylan Sprouse was, quote, one of the worst days, end quote, of her life, and Cole's reaction is A+, lol. Selena Gomez clearly doesn't live by the rule, never kiss and tell. This is an article by Terry Carter of the BuzzFeed staff. We all love BuzzFeed. We know they love us back.
Cole Sprouse, is that the kid from 5 Feet Apart? Wait, no. Wait. Am I right? Am I wrong? Yes, that was the guy from 5 Feet Apart.
Wait, I didn't know Selena Gomez was in that movie.
No, she wasn't.
And wasn't it 6 Feet Apart?
I don't... Wait, is it 6 Feet Apart?
I'm pretty sure it's 6 or 8.
Okay. What other way?
Here,
what other news? What else is on the news?
The women of Nerdist pick their favorite female characters. That looks interesting. Oh no, never mind. Back to the Future reboot deepfake trailer gives us Tom Holland as Marty McFly.
No way.
What do y'all think of that?
No way.
Bro, he looks kind of like him. That's kind of scary.
That's actually really, really, really scary. I don't like that. That kind of creeps me out.
For the audio listeners, I'm sorry you can't witness this, but at least you get the idea.
He's really hot. Just kidding, I didn't say that.
Are you cheating on Joey Ethan?
Yes, with Tom Holland. He climbs up into my window every night, and we play Monopoly. Marvel Edition, of course. Are you going to see the Black Panther, or the Black Widow movie?
Probably. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters, but...
That's not a theater-worthy movie. Not a theater-worthy movie.
Honestly, dog, we need more input from our listeners. If only we could do this live, but...
We've been going for 24 minutes. That's not that bad. It hasn't been that bad. It's like halfway through a normal episode. We need ideas and talking points. Help us now, please.
All right. I don't want this to turn into the H3 podcast by the goofs, the laughs, and the gaffs. So we're just trying to think of something original.
How about... What is your favorite TV show right now?
Probably Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Okay.
How about you?
Well, my girl got me into Gilmore Girls.
Dude, you are the definition of a Visco guy.
Dude, I'm telling you, Gilmore Girls is pretty funny. I'm telling you, Lorelai is a savage, and she's hilarious. But I like Seinfeld, too. Seinfeld and Gilmore Girls. What other news articles are there?
Carrie Fisher's personal assistant wrote a novel based on his experiences. Get a first look.
No, thanks.
Yeah, no. No.
Read the article before you start reading it. Well, that made no sense. Like, read it. Oh, what the... Ew, what? Oh, that's nasty. Okay, just to clarify, that was a picture of a toenail.
Yeah, nasty.
Nastified.
Dr. Phil's son sells bizarre LA house to local socialite.
Who do you think's going to win the presidential race for the Democrats?
Okay, at this rate, it's probably going to be Biden.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, none of the high-up Democrats want Sanders to win because he's too far left. He's not even a Democrat at this point.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders is pretty much a socialist. Also, by the way, I don't like Bernie Sanders. That was just a joke if y'all didn't know.
Biden is the more traditional Democrat opponent for Donald Trump to go against.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, the issue is that Biden is an old geriatric socialist, and he hasn't come under any fire. So basically, the way this would go, if Bernie Sanders were to run against Trump in the general election, Trump would basically just destroy him over some very disturbing things he wrote when he was like 30.
What? Biden wrote disturbing things?
No, Bernie.
Oh, Bernie? What'd he write?
No, it's like bad.
Oh, okay. Did you hear what Biden said the other day when he was trying to quote the Constitution?
Yeah, you know what it says. You know the thing.
He pulled that exact quote. It's literally the funny. He's like, and he tried to make. It says the Constitution says, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, and he's like, all men and women are created equal. He's like he's trying so hard to like appeal to everybody, but he was like that all men and women are created, you know, by the thing.
All right, let me see if I can pull it.
That was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's one of the worst things ever given to us. Here, let me see.
Here, put it right up to the microphone.
Wait, one second.
Things might be looking out for Biden, but it doesn't mean it's a done deal. Right? He still has opponents in this race. Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and billionaire in a booster seat, and still has to overcome back to back. Go, you know the truth to be
Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
I better go. You know the thing.
These are back to back.
Okay, we're watching it again.
Tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday, and I want to.
Super Thursday.
Super Thursday. It's Super Tuesday.
Oh, you know he accidentally mixed up his sister and his wife.
Yeah, I saw that. He's like, this is my wife and this is my sister. Oh wait, that's my sister and this.
Oh no, they did the switcheroo on me.
Yeah, sure they did.
Be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
All men and women created equal by the go. You know the thing.
And then the other day, or that one time, he was like, get your kids in front of the television. Turn on the record player. Let them hear words. Or whatever.
He's like, and I love the little kids sitting on my lap, man. I'll be in the pool, stick my legs in, my hair, it flops up, and the kids, they come sit down, I pull my leg out there, slide the hand down my leg, make the hair go down. I have plenty of experience with the kids.
Yeah, that is not something to put on your babysitter resume.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the thing about corn pop?
Corn Pop? Who's that?
Corn Pop? Oh, here.
What is
Joe Biden Corn Pop. Let me look that up real quick. He has gaffed so many times. All right, here we go. Joe Biden.
He might be called
Corn.
Joe Gaffigan instead of Jim Gaffigan, the comedian. No, nobody.
All right, guys.
I learned a lot. And I learned that it makes a difference. This was the diving board area, and I was one of the guards, and they weren't allowed to. There was a 3-meter board. And you fell off sideways, you landed on the darn cement over there. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. He ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did. And back in those days, you sure how things had changed. One of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap. And so he was up on the board, wouldn't listen to me. I said, "Hey, Esther, you, off the board, or I'll come up and drag you off." Well, he came off. And he said, "I'll meet you outside." My car, these were all public housing behind.
And this is the best our country can offer for the next president for the next 4 years.
See, that's the main concern, is that will he last for the 4 years?
He can't. Literally, this is the best our country can offer. There are so many great people in my life that I would vote for president, but these are the sorry excuses for politicians that we're left with. Like, Donald Trump is great. He's a great president. In my mind, he makes some rash decisions sometimes, and he has terrible character. But as a president, he's done well, and he's made good decisions in my mind. But still, he's really the best that we can do as a country. Like, honestly, I know a lot of people who could do a better job and who are much better people.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's it's an interesting conundrum when, as you know, if you're a religious Christian, you know, you look at Trump and you say, is this someone that I can vote for? Because, you know, is it a vote for him and all he is, his character, his flaws, all that kind of stuff? And I've had this debate with my dad a lot, just talking about, you know, can we as Christians morally vote for a man as morally decrepit as Trump is? And honestly, I feel like it really comes down to a couple of things. And Ethan, if I can get your input on this. First of all, Trump is a vote against something like abortion, say, which most people, at least evangelical Christians, say that's a wrong thing. It's bad. And so Trump stops that. The other thing is Trump makes good decisions for our country. The economy is booming. We're more free than ever. You know, religious freedom is doing strong, and so all of those things, I think, play into a decision on whether or not to vote for Trump.
Yeah, well, I think he stands for a lot of issues and he makes decisions that a lot of Christians would agree with. I think he unknowingly makes decisions that support Christianity from the political office, whereas he lives a life outside the political office that does not support Christianity. So I think that there is some sort of decision that we as Christians have to make when voting, whether or not to vote for him. I think that it still is very wise to vote for him, rather because somebody like Bernie or somebody like Joe Biden is going to legalize abortion and things like that, things such as that, which are definitely very un-Christian-like and are actually murder. So I say that we go with Trump again, because we know what he's going to be, we know what he's going to do, and I think 98% of what he does is building up our country rather than tearing it down.
Ethan, are you scared for the coronavirus?
I am not scared for the coronavirus. Not very. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I actually made some money off of the coronavirus recently. Hold on. I need to blow my nose. It's going to be terrible.
Hopefully the compressor will do its job.
Oh yeah, baby. Is there an elephant in this room?
What?
It sounds like an elephant, you know, like.
Dog, what you doing, bro?
Okay, so I have this app on my phone, right? And if they could sponsor me, that would be great. But it's called Robin Hood. So like the fictional character Robin Hood, but with no space, and it's just one word. So I go in here, I connect it to my bank account, and you can invest in stocks, and I actually have the premium version. And then this one company called Inovio, which is actually a late-stage biotechnology company which engages in the discovery, development, and commercialization of DNA-based immunotherapies and vaccines. It's headquartered in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, and it's Inovio Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. So it was founded in 1983, and I discovered it several weeks ago, and I bought some shares. I think I bought around 35 shares of this company at around $4.50 a piece. So I put a good, 150 into it, I believe. No, 30. Yeah, how about 120 something into it. But in the past week, they've gone from $4.50 to $14.36 a share. So I have made quite a bit of money off of this, and I've bought more shares of this.
Have you sold yet?
I have not sold. I sold them at a high price when they were at like $15.50, and they've recently gone down to $14.36, but they're about to start climbing tomorrow because the market opens on Mondays, because the market is open, or is closed on the weekend. So I'm going to buy some more, because if you look at the trends here, look at that. That's insane. It's like straight up. So you can look at the news articles where it says, Inovio shares rally after biotech says human trials of coronavirus vaccine will start in April. So they're actually going to be the company distributing, or one of the companies distributing the coronavirus vaccine, and starting to develop that. So that's pretty sick. So yeah, I'm happy about that. But I mean, what is that, 3% fatality rate right now, coronavirus?
It's 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's not that bad, and it's only like people above like 50. I mean, when you think about it, it's like sad that like people are dying, but the more people are dying from the flu, and you have a greater chance of catching the flu. There's just people freaked out right now. Like there was a cruise ship outside of, I believe, like the East Coast recently that's called like the something Princess or the Princess something, and it discovered that the coronavirus is running rampant on there, and like 300 people are now going to be quarantined when they get to land. So everybody's freaking out. In Costco right now, you're only allowed to buy a maximum of 5 water bottle cases, like cases of water bottles, because apparently people are expecting the apocalypse to happen and World War Z to happen following this virus. So we'll see how it goes. I think that we'll develop a vaccine, and we'll get it more information on it, and I think we'll be all right. So what should we talk about?
This has been the E&M show.
No,
guys. This is kind of a test episode. It's really not entertaining at all.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's not interesting.
We just wasted 37 minutes and 45 seconds of your life.
We didn't really have any topics, so we were just kind of testing it out, figuring out an intro. I think the intro is pretty interesting, but
it's pretty interesting.
Stop.
Yeah, boy.
So guys,
got him.
Tuesday, if you actually listened to this whole thing, got through it all, thank you so much. Tuesday, talk to us. Tell us stuff to talk about, because honestly, we don't. We will
talk. You know us. You know we'll talk on and on and on and on and on about something that you tell us to talk about. So
yeah, if you're interested, if you want to be a guest, just talk to us. We'll figure out a time, a place, get that all down. So thanks for listening, guys. You're the best. Love you. Bye.
All right, peace out, y'all. Have a great week. Deuces.
Yo, it's the E&M show. Yo, it's the E&M show.